Hi there, welcome back to part 2 of the autumn highlights of 2022. This is yours truly, Most_Notorious 300. Yeah, you know, the PSN ID is spelt at the beginning of the video. Add me up if you need a loyal and faithful and determined fire team member in Destiny 2, because we all know Lightfall is right around the corner. But anyways, that's not the main event right now. That's not what we came here to talk about. This is part 2, and I'm going to be honest with you and straight up. This whole video is all God of War. The entire 16 minutes and 14 seconds is God of War. That's how much I was playing God of War when that game came out. Okay, part 2 is solely reserved for God of War. Period. So let me just go into my history with God of War, okay? Because let me explain to you how I was introduced to God of War. My second eldest brother, actually one of his songs were featured in the summer highlights. Go back there, check him out. You know, a good artist. Enough ratings. Shout out to my bro. We went over to visit him back when the first God of War came out. He was playing that game and he was in the middle of fighting Ares. Young me walked into his home, seeing him fight Ares, and when we left that day, I looked at my father and I said, I need that game. And that was just from me seeing the boss fight at the end of the game. The rest is history. And then you can go into games like God of War 2, where your hatred for Zeus finally starts to form, which is like the foundation of everything about God of War, is the need to just end the God of gods and kill all the gods to get to Zeus himself. Anyways, God of War 2, and from God of War 2, one of my favorite scenes, there's a scene where like all the pillars and the infrastructure, the architecture around him is crumbling, and he's basically like maneuvering from one falling rock to the next to get to his, like, he was just an unstoppable force. There was nothing like it at the time. You know, that's God of War 2, and then we can get into God of War 3, which has a special place in my heart. That is the best God of War in my opinion. I love them all, going to the PSP, everything. But God of War 3, there's just something. It starts off, you know, you get the up close of his face, the angry, just like ready. And the funny thing is, when you press start, it's not like it goes into some loading screen and then starts up some cinematic. They literally just zoom out. It's his face. What you see at the starting screen is the start of the game. They zoom out and he's ready to go. He's looking at you, telling you, press the button because I gotta go kill Zeus. Before you even start the game, he's looking you in your eyes saying, press the button so we can finish what we started in God of War 1. So, you know, that's just me. But honestly, everything else, Ragnarok, the reboot, the God of War, when they get to the Norse mythology, amazing. They give it a fresh start, you know, because after a while, doing the same things over and over again, change is good. Not all the time, but this time they did damn good. And one of my favorite things from the PSP God of Wars was the teamwork animations were some of my favorite parts, when, you know, him and his brother or whatever are working together. So one thing that I love that they brought to Ragnarok was the teamwork animations when he's working with his son or with Freya, is it? Oh, please forgive me if I made a mistake. But yeah, I love that stuff. But yeah, God of War Part 2, all God of War, hands down my favorite franchise of all time. Nothing really comes close. There's a few games that kind of come close. I won't say any names, but God of War takes the cake. They're number one in my heart. If I had to choose one game to have for the rest of my life, it's God of War. And that's saying a lot, because online tends to be what brings longevity. Mentioning that, we can go into God of War Ascension, which did have online, which I thought was actually pretty good. I would mind if they brought a revamped version of that going forward. That would be amazing. But I have to say this, I know it might not be the nicest thing, the Ascension also, with that said, Ascension also had probably my least favorite campaign. So let's see, you know what I mean? So But yeah, God of War, best game ever made in my opinion. Kratos, best character ever made, and some of the most epic, boss fights of all time. Okay, there's hands down, no questions asked. Period. But yeah, you know. So stay tuned. Part 3 will be released tomorrow. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And
My lad,
yeah,
they'd keep children away from the lost by telling them a kelpie would drown them. Of course, no kelpie I know would do such a thing. Unless it was disrespected.
It walks on water.
Aye. No mystical water steeds to speak of in Greece, brother?
There were the hippocamps. They served the sea god. I battled one upon a titan.
That might not be her favorite subject.
May this weapon strike true. May it be wielded with wisdom. May it be put down when its job is done.
Let us return home. It will serve!
Only hope Sindri's in one piece by the time Grot's done with him. The ice beneath those two is thin enough under the best of circumstances. Good riddance, you feckless ball bag.
Except while you're doing whatever it is you're doing, we're dead.
You're welcome. Made you what?
Oi! Oh shit.
at this moment, he knew he messed up.
Please work, please work! I'm sorry!
Parry and strike, brother!
Having fun yet? Oh well, you and me then. Wait. What is going on in that empty little head? Oh, no, 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 no. You are going to spare me out of pity!
Let it go, you may live.
Is this about the little runt? Oh, now I am definitely going to gut him.
This is your final warning.
I don't think a warning's going to cut it.
You think you get to just walk away? No. That is not how this works.
This isn't who you want to be!
It was at this moment he knew he messed up.
Kratos. That was just...
Won't hold them for long.
Whoa! Of course. It's Eastmornia. Freyr's boat.
They will regroup. We should go.
No! For Benahan!
Kratos, what an excellent job you've made of it.
I do not need your encouragement.
Oh no. I've offended you. Oh no.